Hey, what's up, what's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
E-Class Consulting. It's owned and operated by E. Carice, providing tools, training, and resources that are sure to make you and your business even more successful. We are staffed with a marketing, credit, tax, and a real estate consultant. E-Class Consulting also provides a temporary admin service called E-Class Admins. Want to book an appointment with E-Class Consulting? Call 702-518-3002 or email book@eclassconsulting.com. E-Class Consulting, navigating you to greatness.
Y'all know what's up, man. It's your boy, Chef Mac Jew. Thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of Conversations with the Congregation. On today's show, I got two special guests. One guest, it's one of my brethrens right here. He my man's 100 grand. Y'all heard me say it. Chicago native. He's a member. Members know what that means. Comedian, chef. He kind of a dominologist. He all right sometimes, you dig. My brother, the struggle, Sheed.
What's happening, everybody? Peace and blessings, good people.
How you doing, bro? What's going on with you?
Man, blessed by the best.
Everything good with you?
Yeah, no complaints on my end.
All right. And another special guest, my little brother here, spoken word poet, bowler extraordinaire, actor, model. He do insurance, he do sales, entrepreneur Negro, Mike Anderson. What's good, brother?
Hey, we here. I appreciate being here.
Hey, what's good with you? Anything good with you?
Hey, just trying to figure out how to make it just like everybody else.
Hey, but you do a lot. We gonna tap into that. We ain't gonna tap into it now, but you gotta make it because you do a lot.
I try to be diverse,
Hey, you know what I'm talking about. So first of all, we gonna tap into who these brothers are right here. My boy She. If you can get the people a little bio about yourself, other than what I explain to them.
Of course. As you mentioned, Chicago native, Southside representing. Been out here on the West Coast about 6 years now, enjoying my time. Palm trees and calm breeze,
Yes, sir.
I like to consider myself a jack of all trades, man of many talents, kind of like a glue guy,
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people, and I got a particular vision. I take pride in connecting those people, making the visions come true.
I like that. So on a professional level, tell the people what you do.
Well, professionally, my educational background is bachelor's degree in marketing. I work admin right now. Can't go into too much detail about what I do. I had to kill y'all.
Got that government stuff going on. He one of them government officials.
Classified, but
G14.
No, the best way I put it though is help provide resources to the people. We work with disadvantaged communities, and I'm kind of the go-between from federal grant money to communities in need.
Federal grant money.
Yeah,
That's that money right there.
that real.
My boy Mike, what you do on a professional level, my brother?
Well, my trade is sales. I was a car salesman for almost a decade, and so I did sales, and I wanted to. I did sales, and I wanted to branch out and try to do more to help. My main thing is about training and development and helping people gain knowledge, and what they do with that knowledge is up to them. But having the knowledge nonetheless is the first part.
Okay. So my boy, Chicago
Yes,
member.
sir. Yes,
You know,
sir.
members know what member mean. You've known to be a comedian at times.
Well, you know, I've heard that.
Where that come from?
It's just a natural thing for me. It's not something that I ever really practice or focus on honing my skills. It just come from, I guess, back in the day, sitting around playing the dozens with the homies. You know,
Yeah.
You got to be able to dish it as well as you can take it. Something that always stuck with me, and it's a great icebreaker. It's a great way to bring down barriers of people that may have a fence or a wall up. You know,
Yeah.
get a person laughing. They always more comfortable.
So what's up with this kitchen stuff you do, man? I heard. I actually, I ain't gonna say I heard. I actually had some of my man food. What? So what was it? Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I believe so.
So on Thanksgiving, right? Like, I didn't cook this year on Thanksgiving. I was in a non-cooking mood. So you know, my man Sheet invited me to his crib. So I put up with a little dish or whatever, and the boy She had a spread going already. You know, nice little old spread, Thanksgiving spread. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, kind of like a potluck type of thing. But my man did this turkey, right? I don't even want to know how he made it, but he did this turkey, bro. When I tell y'all, you would have thought that your boy took a syringe and just squirted juice all in his turkey, yo. This was one of the most juiciest turkeys in my chef career that I've had. And I gave your boy his flowers the whole day about this turkey, bro, because this turkey was like super duper juicy. You know what I'm talking about? So your boy, he solidified on the chef scale. You know what I'm talking about? That turkey was fire, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's high praise coming from a person.
It was
yourself,
fire.
you know? No doubt.
It was. I don't even want you to get away the secret, but it was so juicy though.
Yo, to be honest, it's quite simple too. It's quite simple.
We ain't gonna tell him no.
quite simple.
We ain't gonna tell him. We ain't gonna tell him. We gonna keep that to the chest.
It's one of those things where you'll be surprised how a little bit of tweak here and there.
So about this cooking thing, like when did you figure out that I can cook? You know what I'm saying? Like I might be able to take this somewhere, you know, type shit.
Yeah, for me that was something that I acknowledged way early in life. I mean, early teens. I was it's just a lot of being a product of my environment. Not only one of those latchkey kids. You know, I got the shoestring around my neck with the key on it, because when I get home, mama's still at work. So I got to whip up something to eat for me and little sis. And then at the same time, it's a product of Big Mama house too. Everything go
Big
through
Mama house.
Yeah, everything go through Granny. All the recipes get passed down. You want to know something, you better pay attention when Granny in the kitchen.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I always been a cerebral person, you know, a student, just paying attention to everything and soak up everything I can. And as my adult years came, I began to travel a little bit more. And I was able to pick up different things here and there that I wanted to add to what we was doing at home. You know, make it your own.
All right, let's slide over to Mike real quick. So Mike stole Mike Anderson, right? He got a couple things that I like about him, other than his what's the word I'm looking for? His drive. He's one of the guys that I know at his age that ain't young. I mean, that ain't scared to hop into something new. Like, since I've been watching him, I've been knowing him a while. I've been knowing his pops and his brothers for a while. Met him on the bowling scene, right? You know, he's developed into like one of the top Las Vegas bowlers.
Okay.
Like, you know, I was once one of them guys. You know, I was up there in my good days. You know what I mean? But watching his progress, though, he's developed, and he developed a really distinctive love for the game, and it took him to like a lot of heights, you know, tournaments and stuff like that. So, what made you love the game of bowling? What made you want to say, you know what, I want to be good in bowling, or I want to compete. I want to start doing, you know, take it to the next level in bowling.
You know, I got that from my father.
Shout out to Mike Anderson Sr.
He's the one that introduced me to the sport, right?
Yeah.
You know, passed down from his grandfather, right? And he taught me about just bowling in itself, within what I'm capable of doing. And with that, I just study ball motion, I study mechanics, I study, you know, like, I changed my style a few years ago from one-handed to two-handed.
I watched it.
You know, now people call me an in-between-handed, whatever that means. You know,
bro, because you're not normal.
But
listen, you're not normal when it comes to bowling, bro. You are a hybrid. You are a one-handed, two-handed bowler.
Yeah, for sure. I'm right there somewhere in the middle, right? But it's the passion for wanting to be greater and wanting to be great. And the problem with being great is they're gonna keep asking over and over again.
Pretty much.
No matter how many times you do it or don't do it, they're gonna be like, when the next time you're gonna be great?
Right.
That's what we want to see. People want to see greatness, and it comes in different forms. So it ain't always about being at the very top all the time, but the greatness is being great within yourself at all times.
Right. And people understand this when I tell you, when I mention bowling, I'm not talking about going to Gold Coast at midnight bowling, drunk bowling, et cetera, et cetera. I'm talking about on a competitive level. So, you know, in my good days, I bowled on a competitive level all the time. So now Mike, you know, on the younger scale than me, he's doing it, and he's doing it better than I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the technology's changed, the condition has changed. You know what I mean? So now he's on a level where he can, if he wanted to, go pro. You know what I mean? So, and if y'all don't know about the game of bowling, man, do your research. It's one of them healthy sports, you dig? So, but other than bowling, though, you act and you model. Where'd that come about? You consider yourself a pretty boy?
Nah, not at all.
Because I mean, you know, if you gonna model, you at some point you looked in the mirror like, I'm sexy than a mom.
You gotta believe. Yeah.
You had to. You had to.
I wish that was a rhetoric. Boy, I looked at myself this morning when I took some pictures. I was like, this nigga's ugly. What's up with this dude? Then I looked at myself 10 minutes later and I was like, nah, he cool. But, you know, I just want to be more. I want to do more. I want more exposure. I want to see what this world has to offer. And being confined to the limitations of where your mind sits is the most limiting thing that happens in reality.
That's dope.
So expanding your own reality through individual will is the most impactful thing you could do. But if you ain't healed, you're going to go places that you didn't know you could end up because you thought you were somewhere you weren't. On a healing individual level, right? We all have healing to do. And it comes in different forms, whether it be your relationship with your parents, whether it be your relationship with just yourself.
Facts.
Your relationship with your kids, your relationship with how you look at God or any higher ascended level being that you might acknowledge is above you. Because whether you believe there's something above you or not, we live on a planet that's above us.
Right.
So
I like that you said that too. I think that's something that a lot of people overlook. One of the relationships that you mentioned, the one with self. A lot of people look at outward relationships and how they interact with other people and often lose track of how they treat themselves.
Facts.
Hey, being somebody who did it, I understand. I did it to myself. So, and I know a lot of people look at me like this beacon of like, this dude's just so super strong and all this. And I've been breaking myself down on some levels recently, especially within the last 2 years when I went on my health journey. Call it a health journey because not only did I change myself physically, but I've also changed myself mentally. I used to weigh 218. I got to the bottom weight.
You was an Oompa Loompa.
So
listen, he was an Oompa Loompa. Like when I seen him today, I say, boy, you thin.
He was the bowling ball.
Bruh.
I was two of them things. You know what I mean? Like
For real,
I was out
though.
here.
Like your boy, no homo, was thick.
But
Type shit.
A lot of it was, especially in the stomach region, was bloatedness, and gut health is probably the main thing you could do. But your gut is the portal to your mind. There's a book that I've been listening to and I started reading. It's called The Brain by David Engelman. It's the most impactful book I've ever read, because one of the things about the book is your brain has never experienced fresh air. It's never experienced fresh sunlight. It's never experienced fresh anything. It's all filtered through your body. That is the most profound thing I had never considered.
Yeah, you just got me right now.
And you just definitely got me.
Got me.
Bro,
So-
and for real.
I'm like, so when I breathe through my nose,
It ain't getting that.
nah, he got me. It got to go through the lungs first.
Everything got to go filter to your body to
Yeah.
get to your mind.
Right.
So,
That's cold.
to a degree, we all make it up. To a degree, and that's the difference of what's guiding us in life. And having something that's beyond you to keep track of you through the maze of darkness that your brain experiences is the most profound thing you could do.
Man, you just said something, bro.
Hey, your boy. Hey,
That was deep.
he a young cat too, though.
You just said something.
He's smart.
I
I
love
like
it.
that.
I love it.
I like that. I like that on that level. We're gonna slide back to She real quick. I got a couple questions to ask you, man. So, I've been beating you on dominoes for like how many years now?
I do not recall this being the circumstance. For some reason, that is slipping my memory right
Is that
there.
slipping your memory?
I do not recall.
Now, what Mike was saying, on that note, you got to get in touch with self. So,
You know what? According to my recollection,
Your
and
recollection and calculations,
let me
okay.
dig deep into the files. I believe we closer to 50-50 than anything.
okay, I can.
I give you a 51-49 or something like that. And that's just the humility in myself right there. That's just the humility.
Real quick, they just say, what was the author's name of that book? The Brain.
David Engelman.
David Engelman.
It's on.
Is the name is the
Audible.
author of that book?
It's on Audible if you're looking for
Audible.
to listen
Okay.
to it.
Yeah.
But I recommend activating all the senses when you're trying to
Right.
learn something new. Whether you listen to it a few times and you get that repetition in, you read it, because when you see the words and you hear the words, you visualize the words.
Right.
And visualization is the most powerful tool
Right.
your mind has.
Right. She, I wanna tap into you real quick on some serious shit, right? So me and you both, we from Chicago. Those from Chicago know about Chicago. Ain't no need to really tap into the darkness of Chicago. But you mentioned your degree,
Yeah.
right? Now we come from a part of Chicago where degrees, they wasn't plentiful for us, right? Like we wasn't scheduled to get a degree, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. For me, and I'll just tell you, for me, I hid my intelligence from my friends because I knew they wasn't, and I hate to say this, they wasn't like on the level I was that I was on, you know what I mean? Like I, my family was always smart, like, you know what I'm saying? And it was funny because to be smart in my neighborhood wasn't really a thing. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, like, like being a nerd or whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? Like we had to uphold a different kind of shield, being on the south, from the south side of Chicago, you know what I mean? Because of what was going on at that time, you know what I mean? So I literally, in my younger years, I hid the fact that I was smart because I was trying to fit into what I knew and what I seen on a daily, and you mentioned a degree. You got a degree. So that, for me, that's a clap for me because that's big.
Appreciate you,
You
bro.
understand what I'm saying? Like, from what we come from, what we see, for you to want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, what made you say, you know what, like, let me put this on the back burner, let me move forward, and let me do something that's not really popular, so to speak.
Yeah, it's definitely, you hit the nail on the head. It's definitely one of those things that could possibly alienate you from some groups, But you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's beneficial to shy away from it because it's not vibing in somebody else's circle. You know,
Right.
same situation is like, you know, you enjoy yourself differently with friends who your group of friends that drink as you would with your group of friends that don't drink. And it was just something that I picked up along the way. Always, the more skills, the more talents you could acquire, the better. And I gotta give a big shout out to my Auntie Sonia. Like, I keep the buck with you. She almost basically tricked me into being smart. For real, because so
Saved you from yourself.
Right, type shit.
So Aunt Sonia was a career teacher. So one of her tricks or gimmicks to kind of pacify me, but also keep me on the right path. She's like, here, grade this stack of papers for me. I'm gonna pay you to grade this stack of papers.
Oh, that's clever.
That's very clever.
The answer
That's
is
super
in the
duper
back of
clever.
the book. So she paying me to teach myself. I'm grading like 5th and 6th grade papers. I'm in 3rd grade with the teacher's answers.
That's
And
dope.
Yeah. So
Shout out to Auntie Sonia.
man,
She taught
big
you how to
ups.
learn, bro. That's so impactful.
Right.
Definitely did.
Because that's the key to life, right? Is the answer's there already.
Taught me how to acquire knowledge.
You don't have to go make up the answers. They're already there because there's no such thing as an original thought.
And then
Everything's borrowed.
even beyond that, without even knowing, moving forward in the future, I was able to trick myself into being smart.
Yeah.
Like school got way more chicks than this block do. Like,
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's where they
Facts.
at right there.
Hey, the block got the
Facts.
homies.
That's where they at.
Yeah.
All the females is at school, my boy. So
That's dope.
That's true. Especially
Hey.
our women of color, because
My-
that's
Yeah.
where they at.
My boy, the general, say, didn't nobody really care about that. The streets was the move. It was the move, though.
It felt like
We
Then they
wasn't
have no
really
longevity.
we weren't really in like. It wasn't no way I was finna call Sheed up and be like, "Yo, come through. Let's study for this math test tomorrow."
nah, that wasn't what we was up to.
I'm like, come through. We finna slide to the park. Come through. We finna go play it. Come through. We finna go steal some shit up out the stove. That was
Yeah.
the move, though. Like he said, the streets was the move.
And no longevity, though.
We wasn't having study parties.
The people that we looked up to, though,
Well, we was-
chased behind and wanted to be like, they still there, bro. They still
Yeah,
there.
we was 5 of us was putting together $5 to go buy a Nick to go smoke this little joint real
$1 a
quick. That's
piece.
what the parties was, bro. We wasn't putting together
But that's how we build brotherhoods in our communities, right?
Right.
That's where our brotherhood is from. Like, yo, bro, I get you school, whatever. Not everybody had the same home background to be able to focus on studies like that, right? And where we made our brotherhoods and where we built a lot of our identities is through our friends in the streets. You know, like I grew up here, right? I didn't grow up in the rough streets of Chicago, but nonetheless, it was still rough here.
right. You know, it was rough in
We have that shared experience of
Right.
going, like, well, like I've been smart my whole life. I've always known I was smart, and I've always known my friends were dumb, right?
Right.
Like the majority of people I was with were dumb just because they chose not to think.
Mm-hmm.
I've always looked at it as willful ignorance, because none of us are stupid. We just do stupid things.
We just do
because
stu- we
we
do
don't have
stupid
the
things, yeah.
guidance, right?
Yeah.
You go home, right? What was your dad's when y'all went home? Mine was at work. I know how to work. The same thing as slavery, right? When you work without a goal, when you just working to work, you're like, I got to work to make money to buy some shoes, or I got to work to make money to buy this game. Like that's just new modern slavery. It's not.
It's different.
You know, I think as you spoke to the brotherhood, I think the commonality of struggle is something that brings us together even more than the commonality of particular blessings. Like for example, I have
Trauma bonding.
Yeah, there you go, right there. Because I have
That's dope.
specific friends that I was able to interact with on the upper trajectory. Maybe friends that I met through scholastics or through sports and things like that.
Absolutely.
And some real good people. I'm still friends to this day. But it's the people that you starved with, that survived through that dark time with you. Those are the people that you feel most tightly bonded with, in my opinion.
Hey, them
sure.
Them are the true connections we have that when they say things, we hear. Whether or not we think they right or not, we hear when they speak to us.
Facts.
Right? Whether we use it or not, we hear it. because that's like, oh, that's my factory settings.
Yeah.
And it's hard to change factory settings when you don't know the factory settings. When
Right.
You know, like for me, I was always told my whole life how smart I am, how much I could do, but was never really treated that way. But I was told that way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something else you heal from, right? Of, is this me or is this what people think I am? And I've been through my journey of healing and fighting through different things of, do I believe in this as a right thing or a wrong thing, or do I know in this as something that works for me? And separating beliefs from knowing is probably the most foundational thing we could do as people on an individual basis for growth.
Yeah, because does the truth even matter if you don't believe it?
It doesn't.
That's
'Cause
cold.
you can't see
Hey.
it.
That's cold.
That's different.
Willful ignorance is a crazy thing.
That's different.
Straight up, man.
Hey, boss lady. I was just saying hi. How you doing? I'm good. How you? I'm good. I just like to check in with you. All right, so look, this conversation, I really want to do this for the next 30 minutes, but we got to tap into the real conversations with the congregation.
Yes.
Now, the people, they've been listening, they know who you are, Mike. They know who Sheed is. But real quick, I wanna tap into something that this brother do. He different. You know, he plays with words.
Okay.
Right? On a intellectual level. So if you please, if you got something in your tank, why don't you go ahead and spit a little something?
You want some poetry?
I want some poetry.
I mean,
Yeah,
all right.
just it ain't got to be nothing major. Just a little, little razzle dazzle.
Get the people a taste.
Yeah, just a little taste.
This has been my first time
something.
performing any of my work. Usually
Guess
I let
what?
people read because I love the interpretation of how people read, because my writing style, I want to write in a very certain way that takes you on a journey like a river. And I don't know if I'm connecting to that unless you read it and tell me. But if I tell you what I mean or show you how I mean, it dilutes what I'm trying to accomplish with my work. But no problem.
Yeah, I know you got some tucked, because you done sent me quite a few things, So I know you got some that you can kind of, get a people something to think about,
This is my most recent one that I finished that I enjoy a lot. So,
Okay, let's tap into it.
It's
And then after
titled
that, we're gonna have a conversation.
cool. It's titled Carnage, just so you can get a baseline. So everything I write, the title, everything's about it.
Okay.
No matter how you want to interpret it, it all goes back to the title, Carnage, right? So, forwards in the depths of a forgotten future, manifesting as a spark of a new breath, and ignites a fuse laced with lethal injections, modesty, an unacquainted taste, savoring the fruits of thy will, shredding fractured realities into discontent as the boldness embers, moistened at the thought of mere bliss, balanced with the edginess of stiletto diamonds. That's the full poem. It's short and sweet.
I heard the stiletto diamonds. I like stilettos. I like when.
Now, a
Women
lot
wear
of people
stilettos
don't
and-
know that stiletto means dual daggers. So I'm talking about dual dagger diamonds, which, diamonds is basically Wakanda forever, you know what I mean? The most strongest substance that we know to man. Anything imbued with diamonds is that much stronger. So, those lethal daggers that you can't stop from coming, it's coming.
I like it.
I like it.
One of the lines that stood out to me was modesty and unacquainted taste. I love that.
You was listening?
Yeah, man. I pay attention from time to time. Brother was
You was
spitting,
listening,
brother
yo?
was spitting something.
Hey.
Modesty and unacquainted taste. Yeah, because there's power in humility. But think of name a modest king.
There's a lot of power and humility. Like that, what you just said right there was strong.
But when you a king, when you an all-powerful king, who do you humble yourself for? Or how do you balance that?
Humility
It's
is what
an
separates
unacquainted
us from
taste.
God. It's what separates us from God, right? Humility.
Humility.
Because without that part, you uncheck power. And unchecked power is zero. That's the application of
I
God
like
to
that.
reality, right?
I like
Zero
that.
is the creation. It's the feminine power essence. Feminine power is creation. Zero.
Let's tap into a conversation real quick. I'm gonna start with she. What's the most valuable lesson you learned about you in 2024?
The most powerful lesson I learned about myself.
Valuable lesson.
I think it's not so much of a new lesson I want to say, but it was a reawakening of my true base of who I am. You know what I'm saying? At the lowest common denominator, what I'm about, and you know my path, my goals, my trajectory in life. It was kind of a don't forget, don't lose sight, don't lose the fire, because at times when you take on a lot of different, or when you allow yourself to be pulled in a lot of different directions, you kind of lose focus of the base goal and how everything ties together, and you'll find yourself just working, and not tying it all together for the greater, grander scheme.
Because I'm definitely a shepherd of that all day long. That's all I do. Work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely get that. Good answer. Same answer to you, Mike.
Man, there's been so many different impactful things, man.
Yeah, I know. Just focus on one.
I would say I would definitely say it's the connecting with myself on a deeper level than what it was before, because it allowed me to discover myself, truly see myself in all my flaws, in all my pros and cons, or you know, and maybe they're not a con to you, but to me, the way it comes across is a con to me. And just acknowledging oneself without getting trapped within the labels of words, because words are spells, right? You got to spell out every word when you say it. So don't get too caught up in the labels, but understand what they represent. And if the shoe fits, you Cinderella. And if it don't, it just don't matter. What good is Shaq shoe? I can't walk in that thing. My foot fit in it for sure, but I can't walk in it.
Facts.
So, you know, it's remembering what size shoe you got on.
Type shit. All right, let's tap into some juicy shit real quick. You know, let's see where y'all head at. Right, this is probably my number one question right now on the show, because it's funny as shit, but it's absolutely real, right? You've been dating, or whatever you've been doing, or kicking it, whatever you've been doing. It's time for that time, right? You hear me? It's time for that time.
It's that time.
It's time to do what we want to do, right? Now, this question is gotten a lot of mixed reviews. It's been chaos, but I like this chaos because everybody's so different when it comes to this question. So, when it comes to that time for man and woman, because we hetero here, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, man,
2025.
just making sure
just fact checking.
I'm making sure we on the right level.
Just fact checking. 2025, baby. 2025.
With man and woman to, you know, combine, right? She, are you gonna give, or you gonna give 100%, or you gonna give less than 100%?
All right. First and foremost, before I answer this question, I'm gonna give this disclaimer. People out there, don't be like me. Don't be like me. Don't go nowhere and be doing some stuff and say, hey, I heard she said this was gonna work. No, he didn't say this was gonna work for you. He said this is what worked for she. I'm a real strong advocate of that.
So let me translate for y'all. He said, yeah, bro, take this advice real hard. Take this advice real hard. What he about to say. Listen real close. Write it down. Write it down. He cooking.
Ain't no second, first chance. What you present yourself as, either you're gonna have to live up, you're gonna have to continue to live up to that, or you're gonna have to make up for that. Now you consider whether you want to find yourself chasing behind something or just keeping up with something. You know what I'm saying?
That boy's good.
I told you he was cooking, y'all. Take that advice.
Now,
Man.
before I even tap into what you said, because that made too much sense. Mike, what you doing?
You know, I like to tailor my experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Here you go.
So
Here you go.
I'm gonna tune in. Yeah, I'm gonna see what you can handle, and I'm gonna give you what you can handle. I'm gonna tune in though. I'm tuned in,
Bruh.
I promise.
Look, we done had so many people on the show like, I'm gonna get 40. I'm gonna do 80 because my 80 might be somebody 100. Blah blah blah. Whoop dee.
Nah, that's disingenuous.
Shut
Go,
up.
Get out of here. Get out
Ain't
of
no
here.
way.
He the type that wants 60% on the
Because-
test.
Especially if you're interested in this person. You understand what I'm saying? I'm finna go.
Yeah.
You not finna play with me, and I'm not
Imagine
finna play with you.
Imagine this. Imagine if you go to the movie theater, all right, and you pay and sit and watch a movie, and okay, that movie was just all right. I saw the movie. I ain't gonna pay to see the movie again. Now you go to the movie.
It's over with.
The movie knock your socks off. You like, you know what? I saw it once. I will pay money to see this shit again.
Again.
That's a whole different situation, bro.
This is why I'm trying to figure out why people say they would want to get less than 100.
You'll never understand that unless you understand why people give less than 100 and life in general.
This is a perfect
as long As
time.
you one of them people that gives 100, it's not going to land with your way of thinking.
I don't get it. Like,
ain't
You know what
supposed
Kobe
to-
Bryant said?
my 80 is somebody else 100, or
Don't matter.
bruh,
You know what Kobe Bryant said?
girl, sis.
Put all your eggs in one basket. Because you know why? Just get some more eggs. What you talking about?
Hey, you know when I like, it was a I can't remember whose quote it was, but he was it was a general, and he was like, when you plan to battle, never create an escape strategy. What am I planning to lose for?
Right.
What
feel me?
planning on
It's a
losing,
win.
bro?
We pushing straight
I'm not
forward.
losing.
Yeah.
I'm planning for the sequel. What's up?
I'm glad I'm on the show right now with like-minded people, man,
a
because
pleasure.
it's
Pleasure.
been so many times where people they told me so much BS, and I'm just like,
But you know what you was getting. You know what you was getting.
whatever.
You heard when they said hello. You knew when you walked them in here. You knew what was happening.
Hey, all right, so you in a room, locked in a room with your ex for 24 hours. What y'all doing?
Definitely depends on which ex we talking.
Your ex means your ex, the last one.
My most recent
I'm
ex.
not going 20 years ago.
Oh, okay, cool. Now, if I'm trapped in this room, I'm trying to be cognizant of all of the variables. If I'm locked in this room with my
Now-
ex for 24 hours, do I know that it's only a 24-hour lockdown, or in my mind we just locked?
No, you know it's 24 hours.
Oh, well then I could chill. That's one wake up. We'll be all right.
All right,
Because if I
cool.
didn't know if it was 24 hours, I done spent 23 hours and 59 minutes trying to figure out how to get out this motherfucker.
23 minutes.
Only
9
at the final
seconds.
minute have I stopped my attempt to.
Mike, what you doing, man? Trying to get up out that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not trying to be in there, bro.
You ain't trying to be in there?
I ain't trying to be in there. Nah, I'm gonna go ahead. I mean, it depends. I don't know. Do we have water and resources? Is it just us?
We got resources.
Am I-
I mean, it's just a
am I-
24 hours. Like, ain't nobody starving. None of that. You say it's closing the it ain't no spiral tactics. Like, you ain't got to eat her or nothing. You
I
know
can sleep
what I'm
12 of them off. I can
Type
sleep
shit.
12 of them.
Okay.
We halfway there.
I might have to go ahead and revisit the past one time for the one time. I might have to go ahead and just be like,
I
you know what?
I
Keep
like
it
the real
real.
answers.
Yeah.
though.
I
I
might have to
that.
go
I
ahead.
like that.
You
I
know,
like that.
You know, my
like
higher
that.
self is like, yeah, go ahead and get out that room. Go ahead and you figure it out. But you know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't know. Listen, that's a lot.
If you came with a warning label for dating, what would it read?
Ooh, this is a good one.
Boy, I got tears in my eyes.
I
boy.
think-
It's funny.
I think my warning label as far as dating would be might not remember, but won't lie. So just ask the nigga again.
Might not remember.
But it was true. Just ask him again.
Right.
You know, it's same shit. If I got to come up with it right now, it's gonna be the same true answer.
Okay. Good one, label.
If you don't
Boy, y'all
think,
so funny, boy.
if you don't think, don't speak. Don't don't.
That's your warning label.
Oh,
Like,
for
I'm-
sure. Don't.
nah,
If you don't think, don't speak. Because if you ain't thinking around me, we ain't having. Because I'm gonna make you feel dumb. It just is what it is. It's not on purpose. I think too much.
So yours was less of a warning about you and more of a warning for.
Oh no, that's about me for sure. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Go ahead and say something stupid. I'm gonna walk you right through that door every time. I'm gonna lock it behind you, let you know you dumb. What happened? Why am I in here with these lions? Cause your dumb ass walked in there. I locked it because you didn't see it coming. You wasn't thinking. If you don't think, we gonna have a horrible time. Cause you gonna wonder if I'm talking shit or not. I probably am. This is what I do.
I like that. So, what advice, Mike, would you give a woman about dating you? That was a long
That's a good one.
pause.
Nah, that's a good one. I like
that
this
was
question.
a long pause.
I like this
bruh.
question. Ain't nobody ever asked me that. So
I
you
just
know.
did.
I know. It's the first time.
Currently.
It's the first time.
Right now.
So, advice about dating me. If you're not ready to handle yourself, you're not ready to handle me. This is a fact. Because I'm ready to handle myself all the
I
time.
think you're getting away from the question a little bit.
No, I'm not.
Because
That's her
I'm
advice.
asking, what advice would you give a woman about dating you?
All right, bro.
We don't care about what she doing or what she got going on. You.
Oh, it's only about me.
It's you.
Don't care about her at all. Just
Yeah,
about
it's
me.
you.
Cool.
This is you. You know you better than anybody.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Or at least I think I do. I don't really know how to answer this question.
All right,
Be honest
she,
with you.
we're going to slide to she real quick. We come back to you, let you think a little bit. She.
I'll take this one. I think a sound piece of advice about dating me would be don't hesitate to ask for clarity, or if there's any confusion about what's being attempted to be said or expressed or meant or felt by me. Communication is crucial. And
Facts.
if you saying something with a certain intention and it's being perceived a different way, then you could be situations down the line, months, even, you know what I'm saying, even years in the future, with this person operating off of a misunderstanding about what they interpreted from what you said as opposed to what you intended by what you said. And it's so simply solved by just a follow-up verification, or, well, this is what I heard, is this what you meant? Because if you operating off of what you think somebody feel instead of what they really feel, then y'all not even going the same direction. And that's crazy. You can't get that time back, you know? That's crazy. So I found myself surprised to see that the problem stems from a misconception of a miscommunication that could have been so simple. It's just a question of, is this what you meant?
I rock with it. Don't assume. You're right. That's it. Don't assume.
Yeah, you
the
gonna
moment
go
you
the wrong
assume,
way.
I'm gonna let you walk through that door.
If you're not sure, you're probably wrong.
You wrong.
Gotta be.
Yeah,
If you're not sure-
you're not always sure, you're probably wrong.
Gotta be.
You're wrong for sure.
But you know
Gotta
what
be.
it is though? Some people have such an inflated ego, whereas their, I guess for lack of better words, their arrogance keeps them from asking questions because they think it shows confusion or lack of understanding or lack of capability to understand. And it's like, the more you know, the more you learn that you don't know. You feel me? The more you learn, the more you realize, I didn't know shit before I learned.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Facts.
I like it. What is something, Mike, what is something that somebody would have never guessed about you? Tell me a secret.
I'm a nerd. For sure.
I knew that about
No,
you
you
already.
didn't. You didn't know that.
Oh, fuck it,
You
give
didn't know
me,
that.
give
You
me.
didn't know I was a nerd.
She knew that.
You know I was a nerd?
He knew that.
Oh, man.
I knew that. I'm talking about something that we would not know.
These necklaces didn't work, huh?
That didn't work.
Dang.
She look. She just been
Zoom
listening.
in
She ain't even
on the
tapped
necklace.
in really, and she already say, "I knew that."
Did you zoom in on the necklace?
These necklaces, I thought they did their part. Oh, let me take
No,
these glasses
man.
off. Like, there we
Yeah,
go.
take the
Stephon
glasses
in here
off.
now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me take
Come
the
on,
glasses off.
Stephon.
Look at that.
Hey, I got a good one for y'all.
What?
What people want to know about me?
What?
Nigga, I got a garden I got a garden. Now you my brother. You know that about me.
I mean, you cook, so that makes sense to me.
Yeah,
No,
but everybody who
because-
cook don't grow their own produce.
I cook, and I ain't got no garden.
Yeah.
He
I
got a garden.
I got quite a bit.
Listen, I had a little get together.
That's why his turkey was the best turkey you ever had.
the turkey was fire.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't
But-
on that level
Yeah.
yet.
Shout out to She. I had a little get together a little while ago, and he brought me a 1 gallon Ziploc bag full of shit that came out his
The
garden.
freshest of the finest. Organic.
Boy had purple basil.
I'm jealous. I can't.
Boy
wait.
had all
I can't
kind
wait
of
to start
stuff in
growing
there.
my own stuff.
When I went to his crib, I seen it. Hey man, I got this over here. I'm like, this boy got a green thumb. I didn't know that. I would have
A lot of
never
people wouldn't.
guessed that
A lot
about
of
him
people
though.
wouldn't, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
dope.
back there growing it, man.
Yeah, you because honestly, I'm like, he about got some goddamn marijuana plants back there somewhere.
That's where it started. That's where it all
You know what I'm
started.
saying?
Where the,
But
where the
he
love
had
of it started.
herbs and spices and peppers and cabbage and greens. I'm like, that's dope.
Did you start out with like herbs in the kitchen then, or did you was always
No,
outside?
I really genuinely started with weed. And it
No.
was just-
I mean, when you branched off from weed. I mean, when you got to get into the organic stuff, right?
So it was always, I want to grow things that are consumable. If I can't consume it, I don't want it.
Absolutely.
So not only is weed a herb, but it's also a flower. And the part that we consume is the fruit of the flower. That's everything else that you could want to grow right there. The herbs, the fruit, the flower. If I could do this, I could do that. And it just
I got a
spiraled
real
from
good
there.
question, real quick. I'm gonna tap in because we only got about 10 minutes left. What movie best describes you, She, or describes you, your life? What
Oh,
movie?
Shit.
Yeah, I'm on that.
What movie best? Oh man, and we don't got a lot of time either.
Movie?
What's
That's why I'm finna shoot through these quick.
What's the Ray Charles the Ray Charles movie where he
Ray?
Yeah, Ray, where he motherfucking felt the woman's wrist. And Ray was a wild boy.
He was a
Ray
wild
was
boy.
a wild boy. Gee.
I can't.
I'm gonna choose Ray.
I can't
Mike,
lie.
where you at?
Man.
Where you at, Mike?
Oh damn, there's too many movies. Best describe my life movie? Boy, The Wood.
You can't just leave it open ended like that. You
And-
gotta give us a
oh,
little
look,
more.
look,
you don't know
you
The
gotta
Wood?
give us a
Look,
little. No, we know
he
the
over
movie.
here-
But
he
you
over
gotta
here
sprinkle a
stuck.
little more for us. The
He's
Wood.
stuck. I think that shot got him stuck.
The Wood. Why, brother?
He was Sharif a little while ago, wasn't he? And
Man.
now I think that little shot got him stuck. 'Cause
What happened?
he ain't Sharif no more.
The glasses came off.
Hey, listen, man, y'all told me I was a nerd and y'all knew it, so
Oh,
I had
man.
to switch it up on y'all. Switch it up on y'all. That's what y'all didn't know
When
about
you
me.
do you like that?
I'm an actor.
Hey, cold-blooded, Mike.
I like it.
Yes, sir.
All right, real quick. I'm shooting through them real quick now.
All right.
Fall in love or grow in love?
Growing love. Falling has the connotation of unintentional. I want to be intentional in all things that I want.
Bro, man, definitely ain't falling in nothing, bro. Last time I fell, it was some shit right there. So I'm definitely like, ugh, I don't need this. I didn't even know this was on my back. Ew, I hate grass.
Hey, that was funny though. Last time I felt some shit right. That was funny. Hey, that was hilarious. Hey, y'all good, man. I'm gonna have to bring y'all back on a part 2. If you can reset your life,
Yes.
at this point,
Oh,
would you reset it?
to where? Like all the way from the beginning?
Like if
Or-
you can reset it, like if you come to the point where you know what, I'm just not happy. Like I wish I can do this over. Would you do it?
No. I would not, because the sum of my experiences is what created me, right? If I was to clone myself right now,
I like that.
it'd be a whole different person.
I like
So,
that.
No.
I like that.
I have a two-part answer, real brief. I would only reset my life if I could retain the knowledge and experiences that I've acquired. But to be honest, if I had to go back over, learn it all over, do it all over, ain't no way I was supposed to even make it. Let's not even go that risk again, because we slipped through the cracks, brother.
We slipped all the way through the cracks.
Straight up.
Like for real. Like Chicago's different.
Man.
And I say that,
We made it.
and you got to understand when I say that, when I say it's different. Like I remember at 13 years old walking to school with my friends, and we heard gunshots, and we just kept walking.
7 o'clock in the morning. How you that mad at somebody 7 o'clock in the morning?
Like
That's crazy.
we didn't even run no more.
Because it was normal.
We used to that sound. It was different.
This crazy. I learned at an early age, if you ain't doing it, don't even start running because you look like you doing it.
That's fine.
That's exactly
guilty
what the
by
people
association.
That's exactly what the people who doing it
Looking for.
look like. They run it. Yeah.
All right.
Craziness.
We only got a few more minutes left, so we're going to make this last little question real quick.
Yeah.
So this is the Conversations Pie. Okay? 4 parts.
Okay.
Give me your percentage of 4 parts. Love, sex, finances, trust. Percentages.
Give me trust. 97. 111. The other shit we'll figure that out. If I can't trust you,
97,
if I
111.
can't trust you, none of that other shit don't matter at
Facts.
Yeah, for sure. 95 is lowest I go for.
all. Straight
95.
up, Jack.
I
need it all.
I need some skepticism in my life. You know what I mean? I need to be like, who are you?
That's
never mind.
different. So y'all, you went 1% sex, 1% finances, 1% love.
You know why? This is crazy. If I can fully trust you, I can believe that these other things can improve. I trust in you now, and I trust in your future. If I can't trust you, you going on somewhere with that good pussy. You distrustful devil. You know, going on somewhere.
Is it good if you can't trust it?
How do I know?
It might be poison.
It might be fake. I can't even
Bro,
trust
you
it.
can't even trust it. It's 2025. You don't even know.
So you saying 95
For
trust?
that's the lowest it can go.
I need
It's
that
95%.
trust. I need that trust.
Okay.
It's
I ain't
as
mad
low
at
as it can go.
I ain't mad at that. You know what? That's why I like asking that question, because you get so many different answers.
The people who would trade trust for sex should be embarrassed of themselves. That's crazy.
They need to be put in a hole.
Them the type of people that spend all they check.
Psychopaths.
honestly, it depends on where you are in your life. Some people in their 19s and 20s had a lot of sex. 30s they probably didn't because they was focusing on life, and then 40s, goddamn it came back. So it's a juggle thing.
I can
So
see that.
I understand that. You know what I mean? It just depends on the people. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. Look, this turned out to be a good show because this was an improv show. I called both of these dudes within 2 hours of the show, and they said I'm coming up and we're gonna do the show. So I appreciate y'all for that, man.
Always gonna step for you.
Thank y'all for tuning in for the conversation with the congregation. Y'all know my slogan: mind your business and drink
Yo, water.
water.
Kangen water preferred, you know what I mean, for health wise. Kangen water. If you don't know what Kangen water is, just look it up.
What's up?
All your favorite artists
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
on hot 7025fm.com.